Police have now issued an arrest warrant for former University of Kentucky cheerleader Laken Snelling. And this is after a Kentucky grand jury indicted Snelling on one count of first-degree manslaughter in the death of her newborn baby. Now, Snelling was first arrested last August after her baby was found dead, wrapped in a towel, thrown in a trash bag in her closet. The 21-year-old told police she'd passed out after giving birth, fell on top of the baby, and when she woke up, she reportedly saw the infant turning blue and purple. But then there was a further investigation, and it reportedly revealed that Snelling told medical staff the newborn had actually shown some fetal movement, made a whimper after he was born. So Snelling was originally facing charges like with corpse abuse, evidence tampering, concealing a birth. But yesterday's manslaughter indictment comes after the medical examiner determined the baby was born alive and then asphyxiated. Now, Snelling pleaded not guilty to the original charges. She's been on house arrest at her family's Tennessee home. She's now set to be arraigned on April 20th and faces a maximum of 20 years in prison if convicted of manslaughter. Podcaster Stephanie Pratt, host of Steph's Case Files, has been following the Snelling case since day one. She also knows Laken's mom. Stephanie joins me now. Thank you so much for taking the time. I first want to ask you about why this indictment now and why for manslaughter, because I read it. And if I'm understanding correctly, you tell me if I'm wrong, there has to be an intent to cause serious physical injury or intent to cause death through extreme emotional disturbance or intentional abuse, and then it results in death. It's not like, oh, I fell asleep and I fell on top of the baby. It was reckless. It was an accident. This is different. What leads authorities to believe this? And again, why indict her now?
That is a great question. Let's keep going.
Well, we know after the second autopsy findings that the baby died due to asphyxiation of unknown means. And basically, they know that the baby suffocated, although they can't tell exactly how. There's a difference between murder and manslaughter. First degree murder, there's intent, there's premeditation, there's planning. But with a first degree manslaughter charge, there is only in the heat of the moment or under severe distress. And they note that in the affidavit, in the arrest warrant, that this first degree manslaughter charge is because of some sort of duress in the spare of the moment decision made by Lakeland, which led to the infant's death.
And if these allegations are true, we're trying to get a sense of what happened here. So I understand that you grew up with Laken's mom.
Now, before we get that, sounds to me like it wasn't. She intentionally did something to suffocate the child because she was super distressed, super, very shocked, something like that. Where she, this is a crazy situation. Let's keep
Kentucky. What can you tell us about Laken? What can you tell us about her mom? Personally, what should we be knowing about them and their dynamic?
Well, I grew up with her mom in a town called Harlan County, Kentucky. It's a small coal mining town. Everybody knows everybody. A very, very conservative family. We did not have the same clique of friends as most high schools do. My family was very poor. Her family was very prominent. Her parents, grandparents owned two restaurants in the area, which was really unknown to me, at least. I didn't know, and none of my friends had parents that were business owners. So her mom, Michelle, cheerleaded just like Laken did, was a very competitive cheerleader. And we all, I don't want to say this negatively because I don't know. I want to make it clear that I don't know Michelle. I haven't seen her since high school, but there is a competitiveness. There is a willingness to have a certain perception about their family, which may be some of the duress that Laken felt in that moment.
Can I just amplify that a little bit?
Okay, so they're saying that the duress all came from just her social economic, her surroundings, her dealing with her family. So she was so distressed that I guess she just wanted to get rid of the child, or just that. I don't know, man. That sounds like murder to me. But y'all might feel differently. Let me know. Let's keep going.
And to be clear, this could be speculating and you don't have to say it, but based on what you know, and I don't know if you've ever met Lakin herself, but what are you going to be looking out for as this case progresses based on what you know of this family that may give some indication, if these allegations are true? She's innocent until proven guilty, but if these allegations are true, what are you going to be looking out for the potential why here?
I don't have a reason for a why, because Lakin has a very generous, supportive family. She still has grandparents that live there in Harlan County. Everybody in Harlan County knows the Snelling family and the Brackett family.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe.
This is a crazy situation. Let's go over into the AI breakdown just to get a little bit more information about this whole case. Absolutely crazy situation, y'all. So Lakin Snelling, a 22-year-old former University of Kentucky student and cheerleader who recently indicted on first-degree manslaughter following the 2025 death of her newborn son. So on March 10th, a grand jury indicted Snelling for first-degree manslaughter. This charge was added after Kentucky medical examiner determined the infant was born alive, citing asphyxiation by unknown means. So following the indictments, she was arrested again on March 12, 2026, and booked into the Fayette County Detention Center. She was subsequently released on a $10,000 bond. She is scheduled to be rearraigned on April 10th, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. So the case began in August 2025 when Lexington police found the remains of a baby boy hidden in a closet at her off-campus apartment. Roommates reportedly alerted the police after hearing strange noises and finding blood in her room. Investigators found the infant wrapped in a towel inside of a black trash bag. She told police she gave birth around 4 a.m., believed the baby was not alive, and passed out on top of him. She later admitted to placing the baby in a closet before going to school that morning. You have to be one. Either you were very disassociated, but to give birth, lose your baby, and then go to class? Wow. So we know her charges are first-degree manslaughter, abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. So, like, I still don't understand why manslaughter. So the recent first-degree manslaughter indictment against Lakin is based on new medical evidence, like they said. So they released that the baby was alive. The autopsy. So according to the indictment details from the Lexington leaders, the grand jury opted for first-degree manslaughter rather than a murder charge because they determined that she was acting under extreme emotional distress. Admitting negligence, so court reports state that Snelling told the police she gave birth alone and was awake for roughly 30 minutes, then passed out on top of the baby. When she woke up, she noticed the baby was blue and purple, but did not seek help. Crazy situation. Now, let me know your thoughts on this whole thing, y'all. Let me know if you agree with the manslaughter charge or if you think murder would have been appropriate. I mean, I never given birth, of course, but dealing with what she was going through in life, can I see an extreme emotional reaction from it? Yes. Is that enough to where you end up asphyxiating your baby? I don't know. I don't know if they mean that, because they're saying by unknown means. That means that they can't prove that either she asphyxiated or it just choked on its own or asphyxiated on its own. There's a lot of questions about this whole case. And it's a crazy situation. But let me know your thoughts on it, and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Y'all know.